David Onda here with the 3 of the 4 Impractical Jokers.
That's all I can afford.
Yeah.
I mean,
You guys got paid? Sounds right, Stu.
obviously I have to start out by asking, is there anything you'd like to say about Sal while he's not here to defend himself?
Oh, we say most things about Sal to him.
Also on the TV show.
Yes, he knows.
That's how we operate, bro. We're not a behind-the-back crew.
I understand. I appreciate that. But I wanted to give you the option.
Maybe we should be. Maybe he'd show up if we were.
So I was curious because you do this block party every year at Comic-Con, and it's such a massive event. When you started out doing this, was fame the goal? Was this level of fame?
No, it was making your friends laugh.
Did you ever think it would get to this size?
No, I mean, we always wanted it to be something that we could do full time because it was always on the side. We would always do the comedy troupe on the side. When we formed the Tenderloins, which was our comedy troupe, we were always had our day jobs, and then we wanted to eventually not have the day jobs anymore. Yeah. And we achieved that, but this has been a long run, and we're very thankful for that.
What would you be doing if you weren't doing this?
Well, I was a fireman in New York City, so I'd probably just still be a fireman. Okay. Happy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not happy, buddy?
No, I'm fine. I'm very happy. Yeah, that's what I would be doing, but I'm glad I'm doing this. This is a blast.
How about you guys?
Joe would be the top salesman in
Anywhere.
the world.
Yeah.
Right?
I was in sales, always in sales, always enjoyed sales. I think I will go back to that. I can't wait to be like a used car salesman in Poughkeepsie, New York.
Come on down again.
You remember him? Larry, come buy a car.
Football players.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it.
I would
Could you imagine the 4 of us, we're like in 20 years, being at your like ribbon cutting ceremony for his 3rd dealership? It'd be great.
Impractical Dodge.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. See, I like it. I'm onto it.
Have you ever run into a celebrity that surprised you they were a fan? Like, did you know Dame Judi Dench is a fan?
We
Wait,
went
you
to
know
see,
Dame Judi Dench?
We went to see To Kill a Mockingbird on Broadway the other day, and we met Jeff Daniels, and he's a massive fan. So is his family. We couldn't believe it because we're huge fans of his.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, here is the most weird for us Comic-Con because you always bump into people and you see them recognize you as you like. Because we started coming to Comic-Con as fans, and to be here now as somebody, it's really cool to have that moment when you lock eyes with a stranger.
Yeah. Last year I was talking to Sophie Turner.
Yeah.
And it was on a boat party, and security came pulled me away from her because they assumed I was bothering her. They didn't know who I was, and I was like, no, she came to. I was like, all right, I'll go stand over here now.
They're like, look at you. Sophie Turner doesn't come talk to you.
She's with the Jonas brother she married, and I definitely looked like an outsider, but I wasn't. But security hustled me right away.
She probably gave him the high sign when you weren't looking. She had enough.
Joe and I also gave the guy like $20 to pull me away.
Yeah.
So many of the really outrageous things that you do on the show stick, and I'm not sure that you always expect that things will become a phenomenon. Have you ever tried to just make the most absurd things become a T-shirt or a catchphrase? Do you ever think of that way?
For a while, Q was calling Sal America's sweetheart. He tried to make that stick. That was really funny.
No, it's funny. In every episode, there's something sticky, like you're saying, right? And Joe and I used to be roommates for the first couple of seasons of the show. And literally, him and I would be frantically designing T-shirts in season 1, right, on Thursday afternoon, and we'd put out the T-shirt at like 10:31 p.m., right after a minute after the episode airs, at what we thought would stick, like Larry or things like that, or Hey Mustache. Yeah, that ended in a cease and desist order from our own network. Asking us to stop doing that.
Our best seller was, I actually drew a stick figure. Remember this one? A stick figure. The nose one, yeah, but that's right. I did a lot of stick figure work. But I did the stick figure was on the toilet with the door open and it said "Little Help." And that one was actually a big hit.
It was a big seller.
We sold 12. Yeah, 13 of those. Yeah, but we were getting 42%. So you guys do the math.
Good margins. What is the question you get asked the most on the street from fans when they see you?
How are you guys gonna still do the show? You get recognized so much. How you? Yeah, number one.
So he's like, so my follow-up question: how are you guys gonna do the show? You get recognized so much. Yeah, we actually hear that a lot because people don't understand how much goes into the production. Where we're keeping an eye out for that because it has to be real for us to have something at stake. It doesn't work when we try to, get people that know the show. So
I think people don't also realize that there's 8 billion people on the planet Earth.
Well, likewise, where you were talking about the Jaden Smith tattoo earlier, I know there are people with Joker's tattoos. Is that the most outrageous thing you've ever seen in terms of fandom?
Well, yeah, I mean they are dedicated to do it. I remember actually.
Tell about the kid who named the daughter.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's very good.
Oh my God, this is a great story. I love this story so much. I love this. Okay. So the first couple of seasons of the show, any fake company we would create for a presentation or whatever, the name of the company would be Maya, 2 words, Maya Soul Productions, Maya Soul Industries, whatever. Maya Soul, whatever. It's a way to get around network censors secretly and say my asshole on TV. Right? You
That
say
got
it fast.
beat about Maya Soul, didn't
So
it?
one day we're filming Your Punishment on Wall Street, where Joe has to dress up in whatever and with your dogs. And this couple comes up to me and they say, "Oh my God, we love your show so much. We named our daughter after the show." I was like, "Oh really? What's your daughter's name?" She's in a little baby carriage. He said, "Oh, this is Maya Soul." I said, "You named your daughter my asshole?"
And
They didn't
the
know.
guy's face turned white because he realized what he had done.
He thought Maya was a pretty name, so he named her Maya, middle name Soul, whatever the last, Smith. And he never thought of it before. We were all present for that. We were all like, what just happened?
That was probably the biggest payoff out of it. That's hard to beat.
That is tough.
Amazing. Well, you guys have the Joker's Block Party again this year. What can fans expect? Something a little different?
We finally brought Fatone.
Yeah.
Joey Fatone is going to be with us. We're excited to have him there. Yeah, he's going to be doing a panel with us. He's going to be on stage as we, dance and party as we do. And it was excited that his schedule actually linked up this year. So.
Yeah, and we're doing we have a game show on TBS called Misery Index now, and we're doing a live playing of that with fans.
Great.
And we have a couple of big announcements we're going to make on Saturday as well.
Well, we're going to have the Impractically Speaking web show on X1, Xfinity X1. You can watch it by saying Comic-Con into your voice remote. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Tell me that their remotes at home right now, if they're watching, so they're watching this on TV.
Yeah.
So if I say something through the television right now, what's their remote going to do? Like volume up. Does it just get really loud in there?
Yeah, you can say, "What's this song?" or "What's the weather?" or "Impractical Jokers."
And they'll turn to Impractical Jokers?
Yeah.
Oh, Impractical Jokers. Now, if it all changed, now nobody's watching this anymore.
Sorry, guys. So, Impractically Speaking web show, 7 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow. Say Comic-Con to your voice remote to watch it.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thanks,
watching.
guys.
And that's it. Signing off for Xfinity One. I'm Joe.